There's a big story in the news. It's all over the headlines. I get why it's there. It's so crazy, so nuts, so brazen. How could it not be one of the top stories? What am I talking about? I'm talking about this woman who bought a toddler from an 18-year-old in the Philippines and then tried to bring it on carry-on luggage. What in the hell? I mean, first of all, you got to be completely mentally disturbed to even try such an action. But then your actual mental capacity, yeah, you can cross, baby. Your actual mental capacity that you would think that you could get away with it in this day and age somehow by smuggling a child, a baby, an infant, into a duffel bag on a carry-on and get away with it. Kind of nuts. Here's the thing. Well, we talk about that and she's charged with trafficking, etc., etc., and this is a horrific case. It's not a good case, guys. There is so much more going on when we're talking about children trafficking, starving, smart bombing around the world at the behest of not some mentally ill woman who bought a child from some peasant in the Philippines, right? But by our own government. And let me explain that to you. By the way, 67 watching, 12 thumbs up. Let's try to double that. Thank you very much. So let's take Yemen, for instance. Now, a lot of people don't know that aside from the fact that, Congress and the Senate voted to stop aiding and abetting Saudi Arabia in its bombing campaigns in Yemen, except for when Israel was involved. By the way, they amended that even before it got to the president's desk. That's something that we really have to talk about as well. So there was one large exception until he vetoed it. Well, number one, we have the largest humanitarian crisis because of that. These kids are starving. They're without homes. But look into the child sex slave trade. Bet you didn't know that. Yeah, that's right. These kids are so poor and so destitute, many times without families. What's happened to them? Well, they're being sexually taken advantage of. They're being passed around. They're being sold, etc., etc., etc. Human beings. Large scale level. Not one woman being an idiot and trying to smuggle one child onto a plane in a duffel bag, which again is nutty, it's abhorrent, it's crazy. Let's thumb it up, guys. We got more watchers. But when you think about what we are responsible, and not me and you, but our country, not Karma's country, right, Karm? How we doing today? By the way, she's doing great. She's doing amazing. We'll get to that in a minute. Every single day we sanction something much worse. When we get out there and I'm done with my live stream, then I will push you, baby. Okay? Sorry, I'm here with one of my nieces. The other one's over on a play date for the afternoon. So, again, I really want to stress this. I want to reiterate it. That should be a scandal every single day. Most people have no idea we're even involved in Yemen. Okay, do you get that? Is that a problem? Does that bother you? Does it bother you that, when I went over the absolute atrocities that go on at Gitmo, Guantanamo Bay, we're about to have secret show trials, military tribunals for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and others. Does that bother you? Does it bother you that there was sexual abuse at Abu Ghraib of children? Come on, Carm, let's go. Come on, we're almost there. No, I know, you see another dog. Or no, you think it's another dog, it's not. Oh boy, she loves the other dogs. So, we never talk about that. It should be a scandal every day. But we don't talk about Afghanistan. We don't talk about Iraq. We don't talk about AFRICOM, Sudan, Somalia, what we're doing there, and all just the abhorrent things that are happening to kids around the globe because of our foreign policy and our utter ignorance as a general population to even address the issue, right? And the one woman that is trying to address the issue, she's not perfect. She's up on the stage with 10 other people in a night where 10 other people are going to get to talk without her there. And she's the only one talking about how Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, is being aided and abetted by us in Syria. The only one. Is that a problem? Is it a problem that she's polling just as high or better than an establishment hack like Pete Bootlicker, right? And they want him on the stage. Why? Oh, he's a military vet too, Jason, but he's gonna, hardline establishment. He's promising to get out of Afghanistan in the first term. I don't believe him. I don't think it's true. And I think once we decide to do that, come on, I'm doing a live stream. Please don't play like that. Thank you. Anyway, sit down, baby. Anyway, so there's no problem with getting Pete Bootlicker on the stage. They're not, I haven't seen the town halls, but as far as I know, I don't think CNN invited Tulsi Gabbard. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It's something I have not checked out. But it just shows you the controlled narrative of the media. James Corbett addressed this in a recent video. We covered that. I gave big ups to James Corbett. Why? Because I wouldn't have even known about this latest paper showing what a sham the NIST report on Building 7 was. And by the way, just so you know, I'm going to have Richard Gage on. I reached out to him today. We just got to get a date on. So we're going to be having architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth on the program very, very shortly, especially in the run-up to 9/11. I got to reach out. I got to get some other guests on. I think I might even get Derek Bros on about 9/11 and the coming anniversary, as he's done some great work with that. theconsciousresistance.com, I believe, is the site. So, once again, guys, the media narrative, yes, horrific story. Crazy woman does a crazy thing by buying a child from a woman in the Philippines who is desperate and tries to smuggle said baby in a duffel bag. But think about the effects of the children globally that we have a real responsibility to. We enable that military industrial complex. I was in the Applebee's the other day. I know a lot of you guys eat at Applebee's, but I'm in the Applebee's, and I sit at the bar, because that's the kind of guy I am. I go to a lot of places alone. And next to me is some guy that moved up here with his girlfriend, or to be with his girlfriend. She dumps him. That happens all the time here. I don't know why you would move somewhere for a woman if you weren't already in a committed relationship, before that. But anyway, he did that. She drops him. He's looking for work. He's trying to get like a manager spot at where is it? A manager spot at Walmart. And he's really excited to try to get this job. Good for him. I'm not trying to crap on any work or anything like that. But he's next to an elderly couple. They start talking to him, and he's a military guy. He's a Navy guy. And I think that, he's like, 8 years or something spent in the military, maybe a little bit more, but he's talking about his leadership and management experience. And I'm like, man. And they're thanking him for his service. And I'm not saying the dude's a bad guy, but just because I pick a job, should I just automatically be thanked? I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. It's just like anything else. Just like there are good cops and there are bad cops. There are good people in the military. There are bad people in the military. There are great teachers. There are literal demons. There are good people in religious organizations. And we also know some of the bad people. Isn't that right, Karma? Why don't you say hello to the people? Carm, how you doing, baby? Yeah? Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Again, Karma, this is, today is what, Thursday? So it's been over 3 weeks since I saw the vet, and I got the terminal diagnosis. By the way, we're going to throw that right in there. Yeah, she got the terminal diagnosis. They gave her 2 weeks to 2 months. This is 3 weeks deep. She's moving around great. I haven't had her on any of the medications they gave me. She is currently on curcumin. She is on vitamin E, she is on CBD, and she is on fenbenzidol, the dewormer. So you got to check that out. She's done really well with that. Hopefully, you never know. She could be gone in 5 weeks, but hopefully she's not. And if she is, she's really enjoyed these 5 weeks. I think that her quality of life, I had her on those dope meds for 2 days, and it was, she wasn't even getting up. So, this has been kind of a blessing in disguise. What do we got for you today? I know I upset some people with my Sandy Hook Jones video yesterday, but I stand by everything I said. And I hope you check out the video I referenced in there where I really went deep into not only the deposition, but Sandy Hook itself. I think that was a really interesting video from back in the day. However, today we are going to get into a new drone program used by China to net capture other drones in the sky. Japan had a similar program about 4 years ago, much more primitive. And we're going to go over the weaponization of not only drones, but military robots, right? Automation. We covered Fedor earlier last week, I believe it was. If you don't know about Fedor, it's the 6-foot robot from Russia that's now on the ISS. There's some new video of that I find pretty darn interesting. I'm also going to be covering the story about the former Egyptian president who died in court. No cameras. It had to leak out that he died in court in a glass enclosure after being held for years and threatening to name names, right? And his son, who said he was murdered, shockingly, younger guy, I think he was younger than me, just died of a heart attack. So I think those are two definite videos today. I think we're also going to do an Epstein update. So guys, thumbs this video up. We got 182 watching, only 60 thumbs up. So thumbs it up, share it with others. Remember, we do deep dives here. Please go check out the World Trade Center 7 deep dive I did yesterday. Also a really great video. I'm going to be putting out at least one more archive video today. And I mean, I've talked about all that stuff, Burmese Brigade Kitty, and I appreciate that. But like when we say Obama 2.0, I mean, how much has he really done differently? I give him credit for the Trans-Pacific Partnership. I give him credit where credit's due. He's slightly different. So that's how I feel about it. But I think that's a whole nother video. Once again, I'll see you guys on the flip side, and I've got a GoFundMe. So if you want to support me there, $5, $10, $15 means the world to me. It's in the description below. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.
Can you push me now?